Hello, everyone. It's an absolutely amazing opportunity to see you all here tonight. The Sun Never Set in Rotary is always an amazing opportunity for us to have a exchange of knowledge and most importantly of energy. Please can we confirm that we can hear each other? All right, let's move on. Um, Greetings from District 2241, Romania, and the Republic of Moldova. We are going to take you on a journey in which we hope you're going to meet us through the projects that we are conducting and meet us through the change that we are putting forward through the world. But first of all, let's move forward to our anthem and our message from our international president.
From the time the sun rises in one part of the world until it rises again on the other side, there are people of action around the world doing good, changing lives, giving hope. The sun never sets in Rotary. Service is bigger than ourselves. The sun never sets in Rotary. Thanks to you, we are Rotary, we are one. All these people who give a Rotarians, who engage with the youth, work with them. They serve those most in need, heal the sick, promote peace and polio and save lives. The sun never sets in Rotary. Service is bigger than ourselves. The sun never sets in Rotary. Thanks to you, we are Rotary, we are one. Thanks to you, we are Rotary, we are one.
It is a great joy to be with you participating in this initiative called The Sun Never Sets on Rotary, which for the 5th consecutive year allows us to celebrate our organization's anniversary through 24 online Rotary meetings around the world involving Rotarians and districts from more than 50 different countries connected through a single and common Zoom link. This initiative allows us to emphasize what Rotary International represents for the world: a legacy of service, leadership, collaboration, and innovation. And it's an opportunity to inspire future generations to join the service organization and make a difference in the world. So congratulations, my friends of The Sun Never Sets in Rotary, for this initiative and to organize the 24 online Rotary meetings around the world celebrating the magic of Rotary. 120 years has united us and inspired all of us to serve mankind.
As Stephanie just said, it is our birthday today. And so we are very, very glad to get to know each other. This is who we are. This is where we are situated in the eastern part of Europe. This is Romania and the Republic of Moldova. And on the left, written in blue, you have Bună ziua, and that is the way we greet each other. So we would like to open up this meeting in order to, okay. Something popped up on my screen. Right. So before we get to present to you a bit of the context in which we are situated, so that you can understand basically the overall background of our projects, I would first like to introduce the team that has put together the presentation for today. We have been collaborating incredibly well with Rotary and with Rotaract and Interact. I myself, I am an incoming District Rotaract representative, and this presentation has been put together with the huge help of our Interact district. And I am going to be speaking on behalf of Rotary, on behalf of Rotaract, and Alexandra over here will be presenting on behalf of our Interact district, and you're going to see that they are incredibly mighty, and I would let her demonstrate that as well. Our governor is right now celebrating the same birthday as we all are in a physical place. Right now it's evening in Romania, so I'm going to say good evening. But I'm going to send you her message, which is one of thanks and congratulations for the impact that we leave behind together. She's hugging everyone as if we are all part of the family, because we are. And she's encouraging every single one of you to count on your Rotarians and to see all the good that you can actually bring in the world and be brave enough in order to actually bring it there. Thank you, Laura, for being our tech coordinator for the day. She's going to ensure that everything goes smoothly. And you're going to hear from Roxanda very, very soon. Before we head off, I would like to present our two countries through two very nice videos that I hope that will convince you to actually visit us one day, because we have very, very beautiful scenery and very nice things to visit. And we're going to present a few of them right now so that you can genuinely meet our country in 5 or 6 minutes.
What's up, guys? My name is Ryan, and I want to show you my favorite places in the magical country of Romania. So here is my Romania top 10. Romania is definitely one of Europe's most underrated countries. It's a land full of alluring castles and beautiful medieval cities. From the windy roads of the Trans-Făgăraș Highway to the wonders of the Bran Castle, Romania has so much waiting to be explored. Let's start this video off in the medieval city of Sighișoara. Now located in central Romania, Sighișoara is a beautiful town with a unique history. Back in the 12th century, the King of Hungary invited German craftsmen and merchants to settle in Romania, and they were known as the Transylvanian Saxons. Now the group settled in 1191 in present-day Sighișoara, and the city rose up to become an important strategic and commercial destination for Central Europe. Today, it's one of Romania's best preserved medieval walled cities. I just love how the fortified part is built upon a hill and it can be seen from all over. Really is a magical destination that deserves a visit. Now just 30 minutes from Sighișoara is the little Bierten fortified church. Now located in the small village of Bierten, the impressive church was completed in 1524 and was originally Roman Catholic and then changed to Lutheran after the Reformation. Now what is unique about this church is that it's heavily fortified with 3 layers of protective walls. Ottoman armies were a threat in the area, and so the people of the village decided to fortify the church. I mean, such a unique and beautiful place if you ask me. Now afterwards we're going to visit the city of Sibiu. Now located just an hour and a half from Sighișoara, Sibiu is another alluring city in Transylvania. It's nicknamed the City of Eyes thanks to its roof windows that make the houses feel alive. Now just like Sighișoara, the city was founded by German settlers during the 12th century and grew to become an important trading center during medieval times. In 2007, Sibiu was named the European Capital of Culture, and I think it definitely deserved that award with all its historical sites. Now afterwards we're going to take a drive on the famous Trans-Făgăraș Highway. Now this is definitely the most well-known road in Romania and was claimed to be the best road in the world by the TV show Top Gear. The road was built by Romanian military in the 1970s as a response to the 1968 invasion of Czechoslovakia by the Soviet Union. Now the military wanted to make sure they had quick access across the mountains in case of an invasion. Today the road is an incredible scenic drive as it passes through the Transylvanian Alps. The road is usually open from July to October and climbs to an altitude of 2,042 meters. At the top of the pass is the Balea Lake, which can also be accessed by a cable car in the wintertime. Now while you're there, you can make a pit stop and do some hiking in the Transfăgărașan Mountains, which is such an incredible area and drive. Now afterwards, we're going to visit the city of Alba Iulia. Now located just an hour's drive from Sibiu, Alba Iulia is a historic city full of charm. Now my favorite feature of the city is the Alba Carolina Citadel. This massive fortress was finished in 1738 and has a unique star shape. It was built to ensure the defenses of the newly conquered provinces of the Habsburg Empire and became one of the main fortifications of the Roman Empire in Romania. Now today you can wander the perfectly preserved citadel. There are beautiful cathedrals and churches to admire, and it really is an incredible area and piece of history. Afterwards, we're going to head over to the city of Brasov. Now located near the Carpathian Mountains in Transylvania, Brasov is a charming city known for its medieval Saxon walls and towering Gothic black church. The city began like many others thanks to the Transylvanian Saxons. The Teutonic Knights also helped build Brasov in the 13th century. Sadly, in the 17th century, a fire destroyed almost all of Brasov's walled city, but thankfully it was rebuilt, and today it's one of the most popular cities in Transylvania, and thanks to its location, it's a great hub to explore other places around Romania. Now one of my favorite nearby places is the Bran Castle. It's located just 30 minutes outside of Brasov, and it's famously known as Dracula's castle. Now while there is no evidence that the author of Dracula knew anything about this castle, it definitely has a spooky vibe to it. People also associate the castle with Vlad the Impaler, who also didn't really have much to do with the castle, but it's fun to speculate the spooky origins of this fortress. Now the Bran Castle was built in the 14th century, and it's placed right at the start of a mountain pass, and it was used to defend against the Ottoman Empire and also became a customs post. Today it's one of Romania's most visited castles, and I'd love to visit during Halloween time. Now another impressive castle in Romania is the Corvin Castle. Now it's located in western Romania in the town of Hunedoara. Now Corvin Castle is one of the largest castles in all of Europe. I mean, just absolutely massive. It was constructed during the 15th century and was added onto throughout the ages. Like Bran Castle, it has a creepy vibe to it. It was used as a residence, also served as a prison in a few areas. I mean, I can't imagine what it must have been like to see this castle during medieval times. I mean, just so enormous. Needless to say, Romania is home to some incredible castles. Afterwards, we're going to visit the Carpathian Mountains. Now I have to say this is one of my favorite parts of Romania. Now located in north and central Romania, the Carpathians are a massive mountain range that also pass through Slovakia, Poland, Hungary, and Ukraine. Now the mountains are home to wildlife such as brown bears, wolves, and lynx. Now while the Carpathians aren't as jagged as other European mountains such as the Alps, the Carpathians have their own beauty with giant mountains covered in dense forests. During the wintertime, the Carpathians are a perfect place to go skiing. I also think one of the best times to visit the mountains is during the fall when they are covered in beautiful autumn colors. I mean, if I could live anywhere in Romania, I'd probably shack up in a cabin somewhere in these incredible mountains. One cool set of mountains in the Carpathians is the Ciucas Mountains. The highest point is 1,954 meters, and they have this really unique look to them with its rounded boulders. The mountains are located on the border between Brasov and Prahova counties and offer some spectacular hiking trails. Now while we're still on the topics of mountains, another cool destination is the Lonely Rock, or Piatra Singuratica. Now it's located in the northern part of the country, and it has this unique rock formation that sticks out like a sore thumb. It definitely reminds me of the Dolomites. There's also a cabin there you could eat or spend the night at. I mean, it's just such a beautiful area, worth a visit. Now after the mountains, we're going to head over to the Black Sea. When you think of Romania, you probably don't imagine sandy beaches and beautiful water, but Romania surprisingly has over 275 kilometers of Black Sea coastline. The biggest city on the coast is Constanta, and it's located just 2.5 hours drive from Bucharest. There's also other resort towns across Romania's coastline. One that I really like is Mamaia. It's built on a narrow stretch of land right on the Black Sea, and it's a great place to enjoy the Romania Riviera. Now for our final destination, we're going to visit Bucharest. Now located in the south of Romania, Bucharest is the country's capital with a population of 1.8 million. It's referred to as the Paris of the East thanks to its elegant architecture. Now one of the most impressive buildings in the city is the Palace of Parliament. It's the heaviest building in the world, weighing over 4 million tons. I mean, that's kind of crazy to think about. Now I just love how the long street leads up to the palace. Now similar to Paris, Bucharest has an Arch of Triumph dedicated to the heroes of World War I and Romania's War of Independence. Bucharest definitely is a European capital worth visiting. Well, that is it from our Romania Top 10. Let me know where your favorite place is in Romania in the comments below. I also started a relaxation channel where I make hour-long relaxation films to bring some peace and nature in your life. I plan on doing a film on Romania very soon. You can find me on Instagram and TikTok at shirley.films. It's Ryan, and we will see you later.
Welcome to our video on Moldova, a small landlocked country in Eastern Europe. From its rich culture and stunning landscapes to its complex history, there's much to explore in this hidden gem of a country. Moldova is in fact an independent nation. It is not part of Romania or Ukraine. Moldova was part of the Romania until 1940 when it was annexed by the Soviet Union. After the fall of the Soviet Union in 1991, Moldova became an independent country. Moldova has a lot to offer visitors, including stunning countryside, rolling hills, and charming towns. Despite picturesque landscapes and a friendly, diverse culture, it's actually one of the least visited countries in the entire Europe. Moldova is known for its wine-making tradition. In fact, Moldova is the 12th largest wine exporter in the world and has over 142,000 hectares of vineyards. The country produces over 124 million liters of wine annually. Moldova has a diverse population of Moldovans, Ukrainians, Russians, Bulgarians, and Roma, each with their very own unique traditions and customs. The official language of Moldova is Moldovan, which is a dialect of Romanian. However, many people in the country also speak Russian, Ukrainian, and Bulgarian. Molesti Misi, the world's largest wine cellar, is located in Moldova. The cellar stretches over 200 kilometers and holds over 2 million bottles of wine. Chisinau, the capital of Moldova, is known for its stunning architecture, including the Triumphal Arch and the National Opera and Ballet Theater. In the rural areas of Moldova, horse-drawn carts are still used as a primary mode of transportation, giving visitors a unique opportunity to experience the traditional Moldovan life. Whether you're interested in wine, history, or nature, there's something for everyone in this fascinating country.
All right, now that you got your geography lessons in and your history lessons in, let's talk about Rotary. We have decided to split this presentation, so to say, into Rotarian activity, Rotaract activity, and Interact at the end, in order to end with a lot of energy. I really hope you're going to like their energy. We love it. All right, let's quickly go through what we do and who is this we. We're going to quickly talk about membership and how it looks inside our district. We have made a centralization of the projects that we have, and we are trying to, present them here for us to actually share our knowledge, and maybe we can steal some ideas from each other. So right now we are having 126 Rotary clubs with almost 4,000 active members. If we're counting the passive, there are 4,000 there as well. As you can see, we are working on our diversity, but our team today is almost all female, so kudos on that. By age, you can see our Rotary district is mostly 40 plus, Majority of them are even 50 plus, although we have a big gap in unreported situations, and this can be seen pretty much everywhere. Most of our members apparently are between 1 year old in Rotary and 10. So like half of them. We're working a lot on opening up our arms towards younger members. And of course, one of the biggest movements that has been made towards this is partnering up really, really tightly with Rotaract and Interact in order to smooth out the differences that they feel when they come closer, in order to increase retention inside the family, technically. Right, let's go on to projects. As I told you, we have made a centralization and it looks rather like this. At this point, we have 511 projects between 2024 and 2025. Most of our interests cater for the interests of our population. As you can see, most of our efforts go towards education and health. Some of it towards art and culture, and then lower on sports and environment and others. The videos showing our countries were very, very nice, and we know we like pride on our touristic alternatives, but there are a lot of issues to be solved. And I really believe that you can understand a society by the needs that Rotary covers in that society, because it's a very clear way of seeing what needs to be done, and we definitely give it our best to understand society and do a community assessment and the needs assessment in our community for us to understand where this should go. Obviously, education could be done way better in our country, and we're trying to support it mostly by funding people who are not able to put either their children in school or keep them there. And in healthcare, as you're going to see, the causes that we march towards are mostly going towards equipping hospitals and clinics so that they can actually offer the healthcare that the population needs. And then funds distributed by source, you can see over there, just a second, thank you, are mostly coming from our member contribution and then sponsorship. So this is something that we can work on and maybe focus more on fundraising. But this is like a note for us. But I'm sure this is pretty much what happens worldwide. And if you know, like if you've already found the way to do less member contribution, more fundraising, and more funds coming from the exterior, please teach us. We would love to hear from that. All right, let's get a few examples. As I mentioned, we are incredibly big on healthcare. The photos that you are seeing right now are examples of projects that we have. I mean, the Rotary 2241 has conducted in the very recent past for us to complete healthcare institutions in terms of either stuff that like objects that they need in order to perform the medical duties, even hospital beds. You can see like those are hospital beds that have been introduced in hospitals where capacity was at incredibly high and they couldn't take in any more patients, but they did have the space. Why this should have been done by someone else and it hasn't, I'm not able to answer this question, but I know that as I'm sure Rotary is in every single other context, we have jumped in order to provide. Right, you see the high intensity laser equipment down like in the lower part. We have already done great efforts in order to bring the high quality, new age kind of apparatuses that are needed in order to perform surgeries that right now are the reason that a lot of people live because they didn't have the necessary equipment in order to tackle some situations that are very easily handled on like in the West or in countries that have a bigger accent on healthcare than we do. Right, bolting forward, still on health, you're going to see images from our project, Save a Child's Heart, which has been also funded by a global grant project. This project has immense emotional value for us because we have treated hundreds of children in very many different situations. Their needs are rare because they have rare heart conditions and they need a very, very specific treatment. They are struggling with issues that our doctors and our surgeons don't really know how to tackle. So it's either we bring surgeons that are incredibly qualified inside the country because we cannot transport the children, or we move the children when that is possible with cars, planes, whatever the situation is, to a facility somewhere else, usually the Central Europe, in order for them to actually receive the care they need in order to survive. And this has been going on since, I believe, 2017 or 2018. And it has become a massive project for all of us. It's kind of like a signature statement for our district. And every single time we present and we talk about a district, this is one of the things that we do mention. Smile and South, this has been a caravan focused on aspects of healthcare that are not really prime the topics for people, and they don't really believe dental health, for instance, is such a big part and can make such a massive difference when it comes to general healthcare. But this is like sort of between education and healthcare, because a lot of issues can come from poor dental hygiene, and it's because people cannot, I mean, certain people cannot afford it, that those issues trigger on something else. So this has been a caravan that has been going on for a few years, very successful in preventing disease. And I think obviously that it's way better to prevent than to treat. Right. Moving forward, as I mentioned, our two main focuses are on healthcare and on education. These pictures focus on our projects throughout the district, focusing on art, on computer science, getting people to know how to adapt to such an environment. One of the projects that I would really like to emphasize here is the one that you're going to see in the lower part, especially on the right, where we have really invested in Sibiu, the city that you have seen earlier, very beautiful architecture. But what we found out was that a lot of young people weren't able to get really good jobs because of their inability to go to universities. And so there was this massive project training young people vocational, and having them being trained vocationally. You're going to see that the term gastronomy, they have been trained to become all the possible jobs in gastronomy. And this effort in order to educate people in such a way that they can actually use the type of education that they get to make a living out of it, and to empower their families to move on forward, and to actually be able to start a business on knowledge that we have granted them, genuinely changed the lives of tens of people and their children and generations from now on. So if you do have the ability to conduct this type of projects in your districts, I definitely genuinely do encourage you to do so. Moving forward, still on education, these are like softer projects, as I like to call them, where we get very young, like even younger people focused on chess, history, again, vocational and non-formal education. And putting together this presentation, I came across this fact that our organizers for the chess competitions realized that after months and months of engaging youth in chess competitions, they realized that those children, years on after, became to be more focused on academic development, and they got to be more competitive and more engaged and more eager to perform academically. And that's absolutely amazing. Besides, of course, donating to schools and so on. Okay, wrapping up on sports, because this is also a very key part of our health in general, and also our social health, definitely. I think these are a bit more common projects. We are organizing half marathons, equipment donations. It's a very engaging part of our Rotarian life. Tournaments focused on lifestyle, sports, and the importance of going out, touching grass, engaging socially, preventing, mental, not necessarily disease, but mental discomfort by being around people, exercising the body, and also education about the relevance of being out there and contributing, even through your half marathon participation, to causes way bigger than yourself. And this is a very nice way to educate the community that they can contribute to great purposes and great causes by doing very little but being there and engaging. Right, moving forward to Rotaract, because we have the time is short, and if I start talking about stuff, you're going to hear from me until tomorrow. I'm going to first present how our district is divided. We're divided into zones. From now on, I'm going to continue speaking with we, because this is a bit closer to my heart, because this is what I'm doing every single day. We're divided into zones. Not all our counties do have Rotaract clubs, but we are one of the most rich districts in Rotaract, as I've come to understand from my trip to Orlando a few weeks ago, and I've met a lot of Rotaractors from around the world, and we have learned, to my surprise, that we're one of the biggest district in Rotaract. So let me tell you a bit about our strategic projects and why we call them that. You're going to notice on the next slide that I didn't mention the names, but I put their logos. This has been one of the massive moves that we have made. We have turned our projects into brands, and right now we have 10, 15, 20 something cities that organize the same project, some of them in the same period of time, one of them in the same day, that have become brands, and it's very easy for us to get recognized and to get our name out and to get our credibility out. And this is definitely something that I would advise every single one in Rotary to do, because the community gets to engage way faster when you can prove that you have something, you have already built something, and you can show the impact that you already have put into community. A Mug of Happiness happened this year in 22 cities and has been supporting the communities for over 10 years. It's a very old project of ours. We sell mugs, which are very, very cute. Hot chocolate, and so in Christmas markets. It's a very, very basic type of project, but it has been an amazing source of energy and community engagement for us. Drive Safely, Choose Life is our second one. We're going to show you each one and how it feels like, because that's what you're going to remember. But this is a very important project for us, because statistically Romania is one of the riskiest countries to be a driver in Europe. We have sadly a lot of accidents, but we're trying to get the younger population to understand that it's not necessarily cool to drive fast and to be reckless. And for that, we bring crash and rollover simulators in very central areas of our major cities, in order to get the population to understand what's happening behind an accident. An extrication demo. So we have police coming and showing what happens after a crash and how people are taken out, so that we understand how shocking and how much work is put there in order to actually save lives. Driving under influence simulators, first aid trainings, moto safety, and so on. The duck race, I think, is already pretty popular. I'm not going to be able to talk much about it, because we have a very nice video. I'm not going to let you watch that to understand. We're going to explain the concept behind it. And this should be like a project about donating backpacks, but I'm going to talk about it a bit later. Up until then, Music Bingo is one of our most fun, community engaging, charitable event, but I'm going to show you this very soon. Let's get into A Mug of Happiness. As I told you, I'm not going to go through it again. What is very relevant here is that for the first time, our Rotaract district has implemented a district grant, like an internal grant, for us to support clubs that weren't able to organize massive events in order for them to join in and feel our energy and contribute to the cause. And we have invested into donating 2,241, because that's the code of our district, and send them out to our clubs for them to be sold forward. And the return of investment for this, we have just received the numbers for this year, have been around 223%, which is absolutely amazing. Moving forward, I'm going to show you a few pictures from all the cities that have been involved. It's been wonderful to just go around the country and feel their energy. Moving forward to Drive Safely, Choose Life, Condu Prudent, alege viața. I'm just going to show a few photos here. What you're going to see down there with an arrow is this project being presented at the UN Days, Rotaract UN Days. And I'm going to let you off with a video for you to actually feel the atmosphere there.
Salutare tuturor! Astăzi suntem la Conduc Prudent, alege viața în Iași. Conduc Prudent, alege viața este o campanie de conștientizare asupra siguranței rutiere și a accidentelor rutiere. Un subiect foarte de interes pentru realitatea din zilele noastre. Astăzi o să vă prezentăm tot ce se întâmplă în Iași la evenimentul de aici și le mulțumesc partenerilor noștri care ne sunt alături în toată povestea Conduc Prudent, alege viața. Mai multe detalii găsiți pe site-ul Conduc Prudent. De la mecanică, care au venit aici cu o mașină de raliu extraordinară. Aici la Conduc Prudent în Iași a avut loc o simulare de descarcerare. Am fost ajutați de partenerii noștri de la Instructura să ne arate cum se întâmplă un caz real de un accident și ce se întâmplă atunci când se face o descarcerare. Puteți să vedeți în spatele meu rezultatele acestui accident. O să vedeți în spatele meu o simulare de impact. Și nu doar despre impact, ci despre răsturnare. Aveți în spatele meu un simulator de răsturnare.
Ok. Conduc Prudent! Cam asta este realitatea noastră, de fapt. Care se coboară cricul.
La final de Conduc Prudent, alege viața avem un concurs de schimbare o viteză. Stop challenge în spatele meu.
Coborâtul cricului.
Astea pot fi riscurile conducului. Dacă nu vreți să ajungeți așa, conduceți prudent. Conduc Prudent, alege viața.
And with this video, you had the opportunity to hear a bit of the Romanian language as well. Moving forward to the duck race, this is also going to be showcased visually, but I think you understand the concept already. The duck race focuses on engaging the community through a raffle style event, and what makes this event extremely special is the level of engagement that the community shows throughout this project, and the energy that you are going to see, and I hope feel too throughout our following video.
Și ce să zic, sper să câștige rața
And as childish as it may seem, this project is running the country. Really do hope you got the vibe of the duck race. As I said, this is one of the events that engages our community the most and rounds up hundreds of thousands of euros. Music bingo started off as a fun time activity, but is now one of the closest events that we have to our community, and this is oftentimes a reason for people to come closer to Rotaract and interact at Rotary and meet us as people before they get actually engaged in our clubs. This is the project that I have mentioned that we're going to talk later, and I'm only going to mention our biggest focus on this. Our partnership this year with our Interact district has been one of the richest partnerships we've ever done. I'm going to let Ruxi talk about this project in particular. What I'm going to just address is the fact that we support education together through this project of donating backpacks specifically to children in need in order to support their education forward. I'm not sure if you do know this piece of information, but now you will. Romania is has the fastest internet in the world, but we still do have communities that need our help in order to stay in school. I'm going to quickly go through the numbers. I'm going to let Ruxi talk about this more because they have been the engine behind this project. We jumped in on it in order to share our help. This is how our numbers look. What I am going to let you off at this project is the following video, which very quickly touches upon the vibe that has been generally there inside the 41 cities that have been involved in this project together.
Examenul de școală se încheie astăzi, însă în 34 de localități, mii de elevi au acum un iuzdan chipat, complet, cu care să ia înainte această călătorie în educație. Vă mulțumim tuturor pentru colaborarea strânsă pe care am avut-o în acest proiect și ne bucurăm foarte mult că reușim împreună să facem o lume mai bună. Cluburile Interact și Rotaract vă urează un început de școală cât mai frumos și un an minunat.
So by the end of our video, you're going to be experts in Romanian, apparently. We have taken these videos from promotional opportunities that we already had. I'm going to quickly bolt through other types of projects that we have conducted, but I'm just going to mention them here and there. And I'm going to show you a few photos from one where obviously our district is involved in projects that are currently very popular for Rotarians all over the world, like projects throughout Christmas, charity ball, training seminars. Skillforge is a very particular training seminar because it's focused on the new members and it's halfway focused on training the new members and halfway training on certain skills that people share that they need. Buy one more. This is a European level project, and I'm sure there's a version of it globally where we encourage people in supermarkets to buy one more pack of flour, one more can of tuna, and so on for them to be donated forward. Quiz nights and book joy without label. I'm going to show you a few photos of this particular book gathering, donation, and reselling events. The key here is that they are all blinded somehow. They're wrapped together somehow that you don't quite see the cover, but we encourage people to purchase reused books in order to contribute to a cause. Okay, and some few photos from the event, which is incredibly nice and so easy to organize. I definitely do recommend. Okay, forward we're going to have a preview of our game nights. Okay, bolting through them. All right. And I'm going to quickly go through international representation. We are incredibly present everywhere, and we have all our international members to thank. These are our most prided presence. We've been to REM Luxembourg, Rotary Institute in Belgrade, Rotary UN Days actually being present in one of our projects being presented there, and the Rotary International Assembly. Now I'm going to give the microphone to Ruxi, which is going to enable her to present their activity in Interact District. Thank you so much.
Hi there, can you hear me? Everything fine?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so as Letizia said, I'm Ruxandra Mayo, and I'm the zonal assistant of Zone 4 in the Interact District 2241. And today I'll present you a little bit of our magic this year and how we managed to do it. First of all, Interact District 2024-1 is not just an organization, it's a movement, a family, and a force for good. We are a generation of young people who believe in the power of service. And with 6,227 members, 111 clubs, and 5 zones, our impact extends across Romania and Moldova, as you can see in the map, reaching thousands of lives and making the difference where it matters the most. Each of these 5 zones, if you'll see in the next slide, you can see here photos from each of these 5 zones capturing the spirit of our zonal meetings, gatherings that bring members together, not just to learn, but to connect, share experiences, and build friendships. These meetings go beyond administrative discussions. They are structured to include both training sessions and interactive activities designed to help members grow and on top of participating in district-wide initiatives, and when you'll see after, these zonal meetings allow clubs to develop their own local projects, strengthening their impact. Our most impactful initiative, as Letizia said, is the School Backpack, a nationwide project. Okay, here you'll see the most important project of the School Backpack, Rise Above the Flood, Christmas for Everyone, and Be Kind to All Kind. But first of all, I will talk about the most impactful one and the thing that we are the most proud of this year, because it was also a collaboration with the Rotary District, as Letizia said. It's a nationwide project created to support children in underprivileged rural communities who lack access to basic school supplies. In many of these areas, children walk long distances to school without notebooks to write in and without the essential materials they need to learn and grow. Through the project, Interact clubs and we adopted underprivileged schools and worked closely with the teacher and local communities to determine the specific needs of the students. Each backpack was filled, as you see in the picture, with school supplies, books, clothing, and hygiene products, ensuring that every child has the tools to succeed. We had the collaboration with Rotaract, proving once again that when we join forces, we can achieve even greater impact. And together, we managed to donate 3,112 backpacks across 41 cities, mobilizing 33 dedicated teams. The total funds raised for this project reached an incredible 94,000 euros, and we are very proud of this because it was really a big thing for us. Next, we have the second project that we really appreciated, and you'll hear about it now. It was named Rise Above the Flood Community Roots because this year, families in Galați and Vaslui, two cities from our country, faced unimaginable loss as devastating floods destroyed their homes, washing away everything they had. In such moments of despair, Interact didn't stand by, and we stepped forward. Through this project, we mobilized quickly, raising over 18,285 euros to provide emergency aid, food, and essential supplies to the affected families. This project, though, was about more than just the financial assistance. It was about showing these communities that they were not alone, that there were people who cared, and we stood beside them in their most difficult moments. This initiative demonstrated that service is not just about giving, it's about standing together, and this is what we stand for. Continuing with the Christmas part of what we're doing, you can see here the project Christmas for Everyone, which, as you can see in the numbers, really stood out. And while for most of us, the holiday is the time of joy, for thousands of children, Christmas is another cold winter day. But through Christmas for Everyone, we made sure that no child was forgotten. Across 81 clubs in 49 cities, we gathered and delivered over 8,340 gifts, ensuring that children received not only presents, but also clothing, food, hygiene products, and school supplies, because we wanted to make sure that they really needed them, not just giving them stuff so they can use it. With a staggering 230,791 euros raised, the project reached nearly 7,932 children and families, proving that kindness, no matter how small, can make a world of difference. But while we like to help, we also like to develop ourselves. And even though the humanitarian projects are the heart of Interact, we also recognize that leadership is the key to the lasting change. This is why we've also focused on developing the next generation of young leaders through some of the most impactful events in our district, and I'll tell you about some of the main district trips we had this year. One of the most important events is Demostene, held in Pitești, where club leaders receive specialized training through PETS, President-elect Training Seminars. This prepares them for their leadership responsibilities in the upcoming year, and in addition to the trainings, the event also features a public speaking competition that challenges participants to refine their oratory skills, because leadership is not only about action, but about the ability to inspire and communicate effectively. Beyond this big project that we attend every year and we cannot miss, we offer continuous growth through some programs at the autumn conference. Beyond this one, sorry, okay. Okay. Sorry, I had the wrong places. Okay, so with the talent show, not only because we like to improve ourselves, we also like to make the best of us. And as you can see here, we have the project talent show, which, as you may not, sorry, Do you hear me? Because
Yes,
I'm
we
not seeing the screen. Can you hear
yes,
me?
yes, we can hear you. Yeah.
I'm having quite a problem. 1 second, please.
Okay, I will talk about the talent show up until Roxy is right back. Please let me know. Okay, the talent show gathers their most talented students and offers them a way and a platform to express their artistic and personal growth and ideas and visions and so on. It is a wonderful event, and they already have hundreds of participants every year, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them to actually engage with other youngsters and put their talents up where they can actually become their future, and hopefully so. Moving on to Ryla, up until Roxy is back with us. Okay, they have organized already
I
4.
think I'm
Okay,
here. Can
yes,
you hear me?
please go on with the Ryla.
Okay, yeah, perfect. Okay, so as you can see here, we also organized the RILA, which is the Rotary Youth Leadership Awards. We had already 4 organized sessions this year on the online security, time management, and accentuated personalities with more than 300 participants. And we also have in the 5 months remained 4 more upcoming sessions. And that's some of the things we are organizing on a year, besides the projects that every club is organizing. And recently, we also started collaborating with other districts to engage more in the magic that this year has for us. And we are trying to launch some videos and projects together.
Thank you very much, and thank you for this amazing opportunity. We have been 2241 Romania and the Republic of Moldova. Our biggest and sincerest hugs and kisses and lots of respect for everything that you do. Here is my request for you to really engage with our Eurotarians, your Rotaractors, and your Interactors, and give them everything that they ask, because they generally ask for energy and help and support in order to bring good in the world. Thank you very much. This has been us. We have been very glad to be here, and we're passing on the mic to their next slot.